Good morning, guys. Today we have to see a new concept called MapReduce API. Okay, what is API? Application Programming Interface. That means here we have to see what are the important. Okay, that means here we have to see what are the important classes or interfaces that are involved in the MapReduce. That are involved in the MapReduce. Clear. See, previously we have seen the functionality of the MapReduce, how a MapReduce is working. Okay, we have seen that one. Now we have to see what are the programming of this MapReducing. Actually, we have to see here the programming of MapReducing. This concept will be very much clearly understandable if we practically run the programs. But currently, we are unable to run the programs. We are in a situation that we are unable to run the programs. Okay. Meanwhile, in the future classes, we will try to do some alternative way to install Hadoop, and we will try that one. Otherwise, if college opens, happily we will install the Hadoop and we will run these programs practically. Here, theoretically, we will see briefly what is this MapReduce API. Here, one point we have to remember is when we come to the MapReduce, we can write the programs of the MapReduce not only in Java, in any language we can write. It can be a Python or Ruby or C++, whatever language we have comfortable, we can write. Here we are following the Java, but there is no rule that only we have to use the Java. Hadoop is developed in Java platform, but it is not mandated that mapping functions should be written in Java. Okay, our HDFS is written developed in Hadoop is developed in Java platform only, but there is no rule that we have to write our mapping functions, either map function or reduce function in Java. We can write it in any platform which we are comfortable, either Python or Java or Ruby or Perl. Like that, we can write in any language. Clear. Here we are following with the Java only, but don't fix for that one. We have to mandatory follow the Java. Now we have to see the Java MapReduce API. Okay, when we come to the MapReduce program, mainly three things we need to know. The three things. One is a map function, reduce function, and some code to run the job. Okay, some code related to run the job. Then the job will be given to the map function. Then the result output of map function will be given to the reduce function. These are the main three things in the MapReduce work in the MapReduce program. Mainly, we have these three things will be there. Clear. Now we will briefly look at the classes and methods that are mainly involved in the MapReduce programming. See, when we come to the classes or interfaces that are mainly involved in the MapReduce program, they are job context interface, job class, mapper class, reducer class. These are the main things that are involved in the MapReduce program. When we write the MapReduce program, the main things will be job context interface will be there, job class will be there, mapper class will be there, reducer class will be there. We will briefly see about these three things. Sorry, these four things. Now we will briefly see. First thing is the job context interface. Already it is an interface. What is an interface? Already we know about the interface. An interface contains only the abstract methods. That means only the method names will be there. We have to implement that methods. Some other class must implement these methods in the interface. Why? Because an interface purely contains the abstract methods. I think you have idea about that abstract methods in Java. Abstract and non-abstract methods, as well as the abstract classes and interfaces. Okay, this job context is purely a Java interface. That means it does not have any implementation. It will only have the abstract methods. We have to implement those abstract methods. Okay, see this job context interface is the super interface. It is the super interface. It is a super interface for all the classes which are used to define different jobs to MapReduce. Okay, for all the classes we are using to define to give different jobs to MapReduce. The super class is the super interface. Okay, it is the main interface. By using this job context interface only, we can use various classes to give different jobs to MapReduce. To give different jobs to MapReduce program, we have to write the various job classes. All those job classes are mainly depending on this job context interface. That's why he is called the job context interface is the super interface for all the classes which define different jobs in MapReduce. Okay, what this job context interface provides is it gives you a read-only view of the job that is provided to the tasks while they are running. Okay, this job context will provide us a read-only view. That means we can't modify the job. We can get the read-only view. What is the job? We can see what is the aim of the job. It will provide a read-only view of the job which is given to the tasks while they are running. Tasks means here nothing but the maps and reducers that are running. Okay, when we come to this job context interface, it has some sub interfaces are there. What are those means? Okay, one main sub interface is map context. The second sub interface is reduce context. The job interface context interface contains two sub interfaces are there. Map context, which will have the four parameters. Okay, it will have the four parameters: key in, value in, key comma value pairs. Already we know in the entire MapReduce program, every phase will take input in the form of key comma value pair and gives output in the form of key comma value pairs. So map context input will be key in, value in, output will be key out, value out. Okay, this context device, it defines the context that is given to the mapper. Next, reduce context. It also take key in, value in, key out, value out. Inputs are key comma value pairs. Outputs are also key comma value pairs. It describes the context that is passed to the reducer. What is given to the reducer is described by this one. What is given to the mapper will be described by this one. Okay, the mapper classes and reducer class are also depending on this job context interface only. That's why he said job context interface is the super interface of all the classes. Why? Because these are again depending on this job context interface only. Now, the second important one is the job class. Okay, after the job context interface, the second one is the job class. What is the same in one line? What is the duty of the job class is since job context is the interface, some class is required to implement the job context interface. That class is nothing but this job class. Job class is the class that is used for implementing the job context interface. In one line answer, what is the role of this job class means? Simply it is used for implementing the job context interface. Okay, it is the most important class in the MapReduce API. Okay, it is the main class that implements job context interface. It is the main class that implements the job context interface. What is the duty of this job classes? It allows a user to configure the job. That means to enter the job, to give the details of the job. It allows the user to configure the job, to submit the job. Okay, to control the execution of the job and to query the state. If you want to know what is the status of your job, for example, we have given some file for analysis. After some time, we want to know what is the status of that analysis. That is the query the state. Okay, it allows the user to configure the job. That means to submit, to give the details of the job, to submit the job to the MapReduce. Next, to control its execution and query the state. The job class is used for these roles: to configure the job, to submit the job, to control its execution, to query the state. Okay, this job class contains set methods are there. We will see later. Next slide, we will see what are the important set methods. Okay, the job class will contain set methods which will work until the job is submitted. The duty of these set methods is they will work until the job is submitted to the mapper and reducer. Okay, that is we will see the list of those set methods which will work under the job class. What are those? What are their works? We will see briefly in the next slide. Normally, the user creates the application, okay, and describe various facets of the job. That means whenever the user want to do some analysis, he will create his application on which he wants to perform the analysis, and he will describe the facets means nothing but the properties of the job, and then submits the job and monitors its progress. Then the user duty is, what is the user will do is, simply the user will create the application. Okay, he will open the create the application and describe various facets of the job. What is his job? That means what are the main properties of his job, the main aim of his job, in what purpose he want to do analysis, what are the things that are to be mainly considered in the analysis. Those points will be specified, and then he submits the job, and he will simply monitor the progress. Then after submitting the job, the user has no role at all. Simply he will wait for the result of that analysis. Okay, remaining work will be done by the MapReduce program. The inside the MapReduce program, who will receive the job from the client means, okay, the job class and the job context interface will configure the job, and they will pass the job to the mapper class, and then from mapper class it will gone to the reducer class. Then finally reducer class will provide the output that we will see in the next slides. Just wait 1 minute. I don't know what happened to my PowerPoint. Next thing is, what are the constructors in this job class? Okay, briefly we will see. The constructor of this job class contain 3 constructors are there. Job constructor with the parameter configuration conf, where this configuration is a predefined class. This configuration is also a predefined class, and conf is a object of this configuration class. The object of the configuration class is given to the as an input to the job class. The third parameter constructor is the 2 parameters it will take. Job name it will take, and also the object of the configuration class. Okay, this is constructor without parameters, that is default constructor. Next one, 2 are the parameterized constructor. One is 1 parameter, 2 parameters. 1 parameter is configuration object, the 2 parameters string job name, and the configuration object will be given to this constructor of the job class. Again, something has happened. Okay, some important methods of this job class we have to see. See, get and set methods are the get job name. Okay, to know the from the user to know the job name, get job name, get job state. What is the current status of the job after the job is given to the mapper class and reducer class. Meanwhile, whenever we want to know the status, whenever it wants to know the status using this get job state is complete. Okay, to check whether the job is completed or not. Okay, set input format class. Okay, to set the input format for the job, what are the points we have to set for the job to configure the job, that is set input format class is used for configuring the class, for configuring the job. Next, set job name, set output format class, set mapper class, set reducer class. So that means set mapper class, set reducer class. That means we have to use the which mapper class we are using for this job. Set register class, which register class we are using for this job. Okay, set partitioner class. That means already we know whenever a job is going to be split into the inputs, some number of subtasks, that is called input splits. Set partitioner class, who will which class we are using for partitioning the job. Set combiner class to combine the outputs, which class we are using. Okay, all these things are the important methods. Set mapper class, set reducer class, set partitioner class, set combiner class. Okay, these are the various classes we have to return in the MapReduce program. Okay, the job class will communicate with all these things, other classes using the following methods. These are the set and get methods. That is the job class. So in one line, the duty of the job class is to implement the job context interface. We are in the job class. It is mainly for configuring the class job, submitting the job. Okay, that is its main duty is configuring the job as well as the submitting the job. It is the main role of that one. After submitting the job, whenever the user wants to know the progress of the job, he can get the state of the job by querying the state. That is the role of the job class. When we go to the programming, then we will see clearly, lively. Okay, how we will write the job class, how we are using the job class. In the future classes, we will learn about that one. Next, now we have seen the first two job context interface we have seen. Next, we have seen briefly the job class. Now we have to briefly see the mapper class. The mapper class defines the mapping job. That means what it has to do in the mapping. Whenever the job is given to the mapper class, what it has to do, that is defined the mapping job. Okay, already we know the maps will take input a key value pairs as input. They will take input a some key comma value pairs as input and give some intermediate key comma pair values as output. The input of this mapper class is also key comma value pair, as well as the output of this mapper class is also the intermediate key comma value pairs. Why we are calling them is as the output as intermediate key comma value pairs means again the output of this map will be given as input to the reducer class. Then only we will get the final output. That's why the output of this map is called as the intermediate key comma value pair. Already we know this point very clearly. At every phase, the input is in key comma value pairs. The output is also in key comma value pairs. Okay, since it is giving the intermediate output, it is called the intermediate key comma value pair. Okay, these maps are the individual tasks that transform input records into intermediate records. Okay, these are the individual records that transform the input records into intermediate records. Already we know every task tracker will contain a separate map will be there. They are the individual ones. Okay, they will take the input records and they will generate the intermediate records. They are the individual tasks that transform the input records into intermediate records. The transformed intermediate records need not to be of same type as the input record. Okay, the transformed input records mandatorily need not to be of same type as the input records. Okay, the type of the input records will depend on the what type of analysis we are going on. What is your aim? What is the code you have written in the mapper class? Basing on that one only, it will be decided. A given input pair may map to zero or many output pairs. Okay, whenever an input pair is given, it may map to zero or many output pairs. Okay, whenever an input pair is given as an input to the mapper class, okay, it may be produced zero or many output pairs. It may be related to zero or many output pairs. That means some input pairs may not be used in the may not be used in the output pairs. Some input pairs will be used twice or thrice in the output pairs, depending on the job. Okay, the suitable inputs can be used more than once. Some input pairs cannot be used at all. That means they're not suitable for the process. So we leave that input pairs. Some input pairs will be used twice, thrice like that. Some input pairs will be used zero times. Why? Because they are not suitable for our analysis. So it may skip. That is the point here. It is saying a given input pair may map to zero or many output pairs. Okay, here the mapper class will contain a method called the map method. The method that is used in this mapper class is the map method. Okay, the syntax of this map method is like this. The syntax of this map method is key in. It will take first two parameters are key in, key input key key value comma value, key in key comma value in value. Next this is the okay. Next org.apache.hadoop.mapreduce.mapper.contest. This is the package name, package location. Okay, where the predefined classes are available. That package is this is one. Okay, we will discuss this one last on the next topic. Hadoop packages, API packages, application programming interface packages. Okay, the map function will take the key value and the package path as the inputs. It will take three parameters. It will do its work. Okay. The logic of this map will depends on the programmer. Okay, depending on what type of aim he has, he will do that work. Clear. The map function will take these three values: key, value, and the package path. That is briefly about this one mapper class. Clear. The mapper class will contain a method called map. Okay, when we go for the programming, we will there clearly see how we are writing the mapper class. Inside the mapper class, depending on the example we have taken, how we are writing the map function, how we are linking that map function to the packages, that everything we will learn see practically after some classes. Clear. That is briefly this mapper class. After this mapper class, the next one is the reducer class is there. Okay, the output of the mapper class will be given to the reducer class. The reducer class defines reduced job in the map reduce, similar to the mapper class, which it defines mapping job. The reducer class defines the reduced job in the map reduce. It reduces the set of intermediate values which are given as output by the map to a smaller set of values. It reduces a set of intermediate values that share a key to a smaller set of values. Okay, the output that is given by the mapper class will be given to this reducer class. It reduces those intermediate values that share a key to a smaller set of values. It will try to reduce the values. Okay, the reducer implementation can access the configuration for the of job. Okay, see the reducer implementation can access the configuration of the job via job context.get configuration method. Okay, the job context contains one method called get configuration method. Using this job, the reducer can implement the configuration of the job. It can know the details of the job using this method. Mainly, this reducer has three internal phases are there. In the reducer, three phases are there. One is shuffle, start, and reduce. Previously, we discussed only two phases, shuffling and reducing. That means there's in the shuffling itself, we have combined the sorting also. But here we are specifying them separately. Shuffle, sort, and reduce. The reducer has the three primary phases will be there: shuffle, sort, and reduce. Shuffling phase. Okay. What the shuffling phase will do is, in the shuffling phase, the outputs of the mapper, each mapper will be transferred to, will be shuffled from one mapper to another mapper through the network. The output of the mappers will be on the different machines. Task tracker 1 is on one machine, task tracker 2 is on machine, task tracker 3 is on one machine. Mapper 1 is on task tracker 1, mapper 2 is on task tracker 2, mapper 3 is on task tracker 3. So these three mappers are on three different machines. What the reducer will do is, okay, the outputs of the each mapper will be shuffled from one machine to another machine. Okay, the shuffling phases, the outputs will be shuffled from one machine to another machine across the network. Okay, depending on. Generally, what it will do is all the values which are sharing the same key will be sent to one machine. All the values which are sharing the second same key will be sent to second machine, like that. Depending on some properties, they will be shuffled over the network. Next, sorting method. What it will do is after the data is sorted, give shuffled to the net through the network, it is shuffled from one machine to another machine, one registration machine to another registration machine. In the sorting phase, what will happen is all the values which are sharing the same keys may be sorted. They will be arranged in some order. That The key comma values pairs that are shuffled together in some machine will be sorted together. Okay, they will be sorted. The framework merge sorts the reducer input by keys. Depending on the key values, the data will be arranged in sorting order. After shuffling is over, okay, the sorting will be done based on the key values. Sorting will be done. Okay, generally the shuffle and sort pages occur simultaneously. That means parallelly they will be work. Shuffling and sorting both will work parallelly. That's why previously we call this shuffle and sorting as a single phase. After these two are over, shuffling and sorting is over, reduce will come into the work. Okay, the duty of this reduce is to reduce the output by combining some output key comma value pairs. It finally reduce the output. For example, if the value after shuffling and sorting, the value pairs are four key comma value pairs are there. Finally, it will reduce those four to single value. Already we have seen example on this one, how it is reducing. That is the thing, register class. Here in this class, we have what we have to understand in today's class with what are the main classes in the map reduce program is job configuration context, sorry, job context class is interface, next job class, next mapper class, and the radar class, sorry, reducer class. These are the main classes. Again, these classes will contain many other classes. We will learn about those other classes when we came to the that point. Currently, we have to remember this one. That is the thing we have today. We have seen about these four. Okay, see this output once, this example once, which we have taken. This is the input file. Okay, this input file is divided into the number of subtasks. They are divided into the subtasks, and they are given to the mapping function. In the see here, every phase for the input is the for the map function. The input here to the map function is in the form of key comma value pairs only. Later, the output of this map is also key comma value pairs. Clear. Again, they are given to the shuffling. Here only shuffling means the sorting also involved in this one. Why? Because both will work simultaneously. Again, the input to the shuffling is also key comma value pairs. The output is the key comma value pairs. Clear. This is the output of the after shuffling, and that is the output. Here, what the reducer will do is how many values are there for 1949? Two values are there. Your aim is high maximum temperature here in this example. So that maximum value is given as the output. Reduced, the output is reduced from two values to one value. Your aim is here maximum temperature. So out of three values, only it has given the two values as the output. The reduce program will take the reduce class will take output of the shuffling and sorting phase, and it will try to reduce the output depending on the context. Okay, that is the thing. So today we have seen this. These what are in the Java map reduce API. What are the main classes we have seen today? The main class, that is job context interface, job class interface, mapper class, as well as the reducer class. These are the things which are main classes in the Java map reduce API. When we write the program, many other classes will come. Supporting classes will be there. We will learn in the future whenever we have to learn about them. Okay, that is the thing. Next class tomorrow we have to learn about the another concept that is called the differences between the Java old API and new API. Java map reduce old API and new API, that we will see the next class. Okay. Thank you very much for today's class. Thank you.